Hello, hello, hello. It's time for another edition of the South Dade Chamber Shoutout. I have to say that I'm excited. I don't want you to think that I'm a business nerd because I get excited about this kind of stuff. But we have a major business, a major company that has moved into our area. And quite frankly, to me, that's exciting. Alco is a window and glass company that it's not moving as in relocating, they're expanding. And for me, and I always talk about it over and over and over again, responsible growth, having the right businesses, the right things come into our area. And ladies and gentlemen, I have to tell you today, we're going to talk to a couple of gentlemen here, the founder and the director of business development, and Luis Alvarez and Alan Gorman. I'm really excited to have you here today.
Pleasure to be here.
And first of all, what happened? What made you guys decide to come down into to? Now I'm just going to throw this up. Whoever wants to grab it, come out down in the South Dade.
Basically, we started operating in Doral as we started to grow and expand. Definitely wanted to help out the communities in the South Florida area. So try to get Color Bay, Palmetto Bay, South Miami areas. And I see there's a lot of need for impact glass. Making communities safer, homes safer. So as we continue to grow, that was the goal.
Okay, so I got to tell you, I got to ask you. Tell us about you. Who is Luis?
So I'm another Cuban person that it resides in Miami. Came when I was 9. Went to Everglades Elementary in Westchester. Then I went to Rockaway and graduated from Coral Park Senior High. Went to FIU. So pretty much born and raised in Miami. Went to FIU. Got a bachelor's in mathematics, and in my junior year, there was September 11th had happened 2001. My junior year, that was 2006. I was driving by, 16 and 107 heading back home. And then I saw the few, the proud. And I know there's a lot of things going on. And I always have an analogy, Cuba's my mother. USA for me is like the mother that adopted me. So I love Cuba. I know I'm from Cuba. I love my roots, my heritage. But this country gave me something that unfortunately my birth country couldn't. So I just wanted to give back. And I joined the Marine Corps. Did 6 years. I was a tow gunner. Um, Went to Paris Island in 2006. Joined 4th Tanks out of Hialeah. It's a reserve unit. Then I went back to OCS. I was trying to become a pilot, fly planes, and didn't work out. Graduated from the school, but I wasn't able to get the air contract that I wanted. So I just did my 6 years, became a sergeant of Marines, got out, and started teaching at Miami-Dade College with the bachelor's of math that I had as an adjunct professor part-time.
Mhm.
Um, then for Alco, I had a cousin of mine that he had been doing pretty much glass for a really long time, and we were just talking about how we could maybe um, open our own company and start helping community families, communities down here, homes and businesses. And we decided to form Alco. That was December 31st, 2016. Uh, on January 11, 2017, we officially formed Alco, and we've been helping homes one opening at a time.
Excellent, excellent. That's an interesting story. I talk about folks who have served in not just the Marine Corps, but first of all, thank you for your service. I
Thank
do
you.
appreciate
Thank
that.
you for your service as
Uh,
well.
and once a Marine, always a Marine.
Thank you.
And there are things that you learn about razor focus and being there on time and the quality of the work that you do. Do
Absolutely.
you attribute it? You know what? Growing up, there was always a joke. If someone was standing in front of you and you're trying to watch television, he's like, unless your father was a glassmaker, move over.
Yes.
So I can't say that to you. But anyway, tell me, what did being military and especially in the Marines, what did that do for you?
I realized that when I was there, just the small things make a big difference. People don't realize that getting to an appointment on time. If you get there 5 minutes late, you're setting yourself up for failure. But if you get there 5 minutes early, then you know what? the little things are very important. We have a lot of systems in places. We're still getting better. There's always room for improvement, but we're putting a lot of processes and systems in place to be able to provide excellent service to our customers. Because if we don't have protocols, if everything's not laid out for our employees to know how to handle difficult situations, because when everything's fine and dandy, everything anybody can do it, right? When everything's fine and dandy, the company's growing, there's no service issues, everything's perfect. Anybody can run a company like that.
Yeah.
But when you really get tested is when you have difficulties. I mean, right now we're facing, as I'm sure many industries are, we're facing some difficulties in manufacturing and labor. So there are some delays that are affecting lead times, but we try to prepare as much as possible to be able to communicate that to the customer. We don't mislead. One thing that I think separates us from different other companies out there is we are very transparent. We're very honest, and that's also part of the Marine Corps integrity, right?
Right.
We're telling you it's going to be 4 to 5 months lead time. That's what it is. I'm not going to tell you 2 to 3 months just to try to get your business. That's not what we do. How we do business, and I think I attribute that to being in the Marine Corps for sure.
Actually, you said a couple of things that made me smile. That we always used to say, if it was easy, anyone could do it.
Absolutely.
And so, but speaking of easy, Alan, the sales and being able to sell this company with the quality of work that they do, is that easy?
No, and actually, it's a good point that you brought up. We're in a very competitive environment, and we have to do obviously a better job of developing our people. And I was very grateful for the opportunity to be able to come into Alco and take a team of people. We used to call them salespeople. I elected to change that to consultants. I think that sales, and I've been in that world for a very long time, in some respects frightens people. And it's a natural occurrence that when you walk in the door and say, I'm a salesperson, that those barriers go up. And I believe very strongly that perception is reality.
Right. Yeah, that's interesting because you might be there to sell to consult on windows, but as soon as you say you're a salesperson, my thought process is, but I don't want to buy a car.
Correct.
So very, very good point. And consulting. So actually right now, we are looking at putting sliding glass doors. We have French doors coming from our house out to our lanai, and our lanai is screened in. But I would like to be able to close that area in with sliding glass doors.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I would just have you guys come and take a look. And
Absolutely, yeah.
excellent.
Love
All right.
the opportunity.
Okay, well, we'll have to talk about that offline. But we are here actually to do a commercial for you guys. So in a couple of weeks or a couple of months or maybe 6 months,
Absolutely.
we'll come back and tell everybody how good of a job you did.
Absolutely.
So right now you are you still an adjunct at
No,
Miami
I'm
Dade?
not. I retired in 2018.
Okay.
So about a year later, I pretty much stopped teaching, even though I come from a family of teachers. My dad's a math teacher, my brother, full-time adjunct at Miami Dade. I guess the math is in our blood. But I just don't have the time anymore to
Right.
teach.
Well, that could be a good thing if you're, just out there and getting the work done and putting in. Yeah. Well, super. And then when you have a sales consultant, the director of business development like Alan. So Alan, can you tell us a little bit about your background?
Absolutely. I initially, when I started my career, I started working in banking. I worked for Chase Manhattan Bank on Wall Street. I left the banking world because I found that it was a little too conservative for me. So I decided to stay somewhat in the same area. So I went into working for a factor where I went out and I did audits. It wasn't the most exciting thing, but it gained me a lot of knowledge and a great deal of experience. Uh, Years later, when I relocated from New York to Florida, I worked as an assistant controller for a $60 million manufacturer in Miami Lakes. And that gave me the exposure to the world of technology. And that's when I decided to make the great leap, if you will, and get into the sales and marketing side because I recognized that the advancement opportunities were much greater there than being an executive in the company.
Okay. It's interesting that technology, and we see more and more tech is making a change on how we do business.
Absolutely.
And the thing that we have to think about, a couple of weeks ago, I had uh, Drake Peterson from Peterson Harley Davidson here, and he was saying how he's bringing tech into his management and his management style of that company and the way that they've grown. One of the things that I liked about our prior discussion, I'm always talking about this being a community. We talk about South Dade, but South Dade is a group of people, to me, who think differently than a little further north.
Correct.
But when you said to me that every home is built around people, okay, that to me speaks of community. That
Absolutely.
to me says, okay, it's not just about business. It's not just about making some money. It's trying to make sure that we look at each person's individual needs, give them the consultation that they need, and hope that every single one of them will be a reference.
Absolutely. I mean, that's what we do. I mean, we go out, we give you a detailed, personalized estimate in home. It's free. We go out, measure every single opening, and then we provide options. You know, there are many options. And to if you want a sliding, for example, you want a sliding glass door. Someone might want a French door. Depending on the opening and the size of the opening, we recommend certain systems. At the end of the day, you're gonna make the final decision. For example, in rooms, we have to meet egress, which is a fire code. Some people want to put single hungs, and which is the window that opens up and down, but they can't anymore because the new building code suggests that you have to have an opening that's 20 by 24.
Mm,
You can't. So now you have to do a horizontal rolling
right.
as opposed to a single hung or maybe a casement. So that's where we come in. We provide you, I guess the law, so we can upgrade you to the current building code, and obviously also let you, chime in on what you like.
And actually that's also a big deal. I just had all of my windows done. Didn't know about you yet.
Yeah, it's okay.
So I have 300-mile-an-hour windows all the way around. But one of the things that was part of that conversation was the code.
Correct.
Okay, and that consultation has a lot to do with that. And there were several things that we had to do with our house because the code changed.
Absolutely.
And I mean, if you leave your house and don't make changes, then it's not a big deal. But as soon as you make those changes, then you need professionals to come in and say, okay, in order to do this right, we have to pull a permit. In order to pull a permit, to be legal all the way around the board.
Correct.
Okay, but you're never going to have to worry about an inspector coming in.
And we get, many times, people ask us, oh, do we need a permit to do this job? And the answer is yes, you do need to pull a permit. Remember, I think I'm great. I think I'm the best window guy in South Florida, right? But you don't know that.
Mhm.
You don't know if I'm selling you a product that has been tested. There are people out there that sell you impact windows and doors, but they haven't been tested. They don't have an NOA,
Right.
which basically you can't sell that product. But they tell you, oh, this is an impact window. You touch it, it feels like impact, but it hasn't been tested. So it's very important that when you do this type of work, you hire a professional, you pull a permit, and you get a third party, the building department from that city, come out and inspect that indeed the product has an NOA. It was installed with the instructions of the NOA, right? And it's gonna pass code, because the last thing you want is hurricane to come through and blow your windows right in
Right.
after
Right.
you made an investment in your property.
A sizable investment.
Yes.
So you guys are expanding into Palmetto Bay. You're coming south. When is that going to happen?
So we have the grand opening this Friday, at between 1 and 3 p.m. We're very excited. like I said at the beginning, our goal is to, we've been working with a lot of our work is, Northern Miami-Dade, Miami Lakes, Hialeah. We also do a lot of work in Broward, but now our goal is to expand more south, Pinecrest, Coral Gables, Palmetto Bay, Cutler Bay, and keep, helping the communities down there in the south.
Okay. So we're going to be there. We're excited about that. We're going to have a ribbon cutting. It's my understanding that several of the elected officials have
Yes.
agreed to come, which, for me, when a reputable business comes into your area of responsibility, okay, you should show up. It shows that you're interested.
I appreciate
Okay,
it.
exactly. And so we try to make sure that everybody that should be there, so we're making calls. Okay, so don't be surprised if there's a marching band going
Absolutely.
by and everything.
I appreciate the support. We appreciate the support.
But we'll bring a team out because welcoming you into our area, okay, is not only fun, but it's the right thing to do. Knowing that you're here, you're going to bring employees, you're going to bring jobs for your elected officials. There's this taxation, okay. So this is an everybody wins, situation, and that's quite frankly why we're excited about it. Again, I'm always preaching responsible growth.
Absolutely.
Okay? And this is what I hear from you guys.
Our goal is to, just to bring and add value to the community by, providing excellent service at a fair price. Some companies out there are charging an arm and a leg, and that's actually one of the reasons why I was like, drawn, I was shocked that people were just getting taken advantage. So that's why that was also one of the reasons why I'm like, yeah, we need to definitely open up a company that has integrity, that doesn't take advantage of people, and then that's our goal, to provide value and add value to the community down here.
So 4 times during this conversation, you've used the word integrity.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you wouldn't be using that word over and over again if it wasn't something that's part of your core, part of your being. And we appreciate that.
Thank you.
Because it's really, really important, especially when we're dealing with things that protect us from the storms and things like that. There's huge legislation, huge laws, I should say, in Florida, because people come in, they do shoddy work, and then they leave. They take your money and leave. Okay. So again, it goes back to having you be part of our community.
I mean, we offer lifetime warranty on our labor. So when we install it, I know we use the best products. We have great installers. We have a great install team. We have great supervisors, and I'm very confident that I can offer you guys lifetime warranty on the labor, because if something happens, we will go back and we will fix it.
And that's you don't see that too often anymore. If you think about it, that's basically putting your money where your mouth is, because
Correct.
when you put a lifetime warranty, you're saying everything we did is going to be so well done that I guarantee you that I will come back and fix it.
Absolutely.
And that's again, that goes back to integrity and why we're so happy to have you guys as part of our community. So I have to pay a couple of bills. I have a couple of announcements to make. First of all, this Friday at 1 p.m. Okay,
That's correct.
we have your grand opening. All right, and we're going to be there. We'll have the ribbon cutting. We're going to have a drone flying over, so don't shoot it down. Okay,
I promise I won't.
we'll get some great video. Before that, we have our Military Affairs Committee. This is the group of folks that actually interact and do things for our folks that are still in uniform and still serving. So we do things for the HARB, the Homestead Air Reserve Base. Out in Doral, we do things for Southcom. We're involved with the District 7 Coast Guard. We've reached out all the way up to Broward County. And it's not so much to cross county lines as much as there are a group of military folks, the reservists, that we want to make sure that we offer everything we possibly can. These are folks that stand in front of the flag so that
Absolutely.
we can stand behind it. So that group of people, we're meeting on the Thursday, the 14th. And we're trying to get that opened up. We do that meeting via Zoom because obviously the folks are spread all over the place. But if you're interested in that, at least sitting in and listening, just send me a note.
Absolutely.
And with the discussion that we've had, if you're interested in joining that committee, we'd love to have you.
Thank you.
Okay. It's one of the things that we pride ourselves in. We have a lot of folks that are on our military advisory committee that are prior service members. That gives us an understanding, a deep rooted understanding of what these servicemen, what they're going through and what they need. And our heads together allows us to be able to figure out how to get it done.
And I mean, being a veteran-owned business, I definitely like to take care. I would definitely take care of our military, police officers, firefighters, first responders. We try to do, give them a little extra discount all the time, and make sure we take care of them as well.
Perfect. Perfect. And that's, to me, that's what it's about, and we are going to be working on another project, and we're still under wraps because it hasn't been able to come up, but that's the centerpiece, is folks that are willing to give a little bit extra for these military folks, because they give a lot extra
Absolutely.
for us. Also, this Saturday, we have our health and wellness fair. That will be at the Miami-Dade College Homestead campus. We have a lot of vendors that are coming out that will be doing medical services, things that, blood pressure. Actually, last time we had mammograms out there. So we're going to be out at Miami-Dade College Homestead campus all day Saturday. Okay, so come out, visit us. There'll be all kinds of things just short of pony rides out there. We don't do pony rides anymore. That whole dog and pony thing they're like, oh, let's none of that, please. So also we have a new member. It's all uniform wear, which is they're actually up in Cutler Bay. And that's a place for our youngsters that wear uniforms for school. And it's my understanding that anything that has to do with uniforms, I see you guys are aptly set up.
I've been there. I mean, I'm sure they have different locations, I believe, but
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I've definitely been. I have 3 kids, so I go there all the time.
There you go. We just did another commercial. And then our board of directors, we're going to have an annual meeting. Again, the public is invited to that. That will be a luncheon, and we're going to do that at the Farmers Market restaurant, which is on Chrome. That's Tony's place there. He's been there 31 years.
Wow.
And so we try to make it a point of going and having our meetings at existing restaurants within our membership, basically to show support to them also. Okay. And our restaurants right now, folks, coming out of this COVID situation, our restaurants are hurting.
Yeah.
They need our support. A lot of the workers need to know that they can come back to work. And by getting out and supporting our membership, okay, we can just help us all grow.
Yes.
Also, next week or week after, we're going to have a meeting with Mayor Suarez. Okay, and that will be an open meeting that is actually promoted and put on by the Community News. Okay, Community News is also on the 9th of November next month. They're bringing Florida Commissioner of Agriculture, Nikki Fried, down to talk to everyone about her plans and what she's doing. We're going to have all of the farmers try to come out. That's really the very, very cool thing about South Dade that no one else can boast. There are a couple of things. Okay, we have 2 national parks right here, but we also have the Redland, which is we're trying to keep an undisturbed treasure, essentially the ability to grow not just crops but flowers and plants and things in Dade County.
Yep.
Okay, that's what we have that very few other areas in the state have, but that's definitely in Dade County. So when the Florida Agricultural Commissioner comes down, a lot of the ag guys are going to come out and basically let her know, okay, this is who we are. This is what we do. Okay. So anytime you have something that you want to push out to everyone, let us know. We have, you've met Carlos or talked to Carlos.
I've had the pleasure of speaking to Carlos numerous times. I can't thank him enough for all his support and for getting things moving very quickly on our behalf. Because we didn't really give a great deal of notice on that, but he has exceeded what I could expect from someone, and we're very excited about being a part of the chamber And hopefully we can start to make some contributions in a number of different ways, serving on committees and trying to help some of the chamber members promote their businesses as well.
You know, Alan, I couldn't have said that any better. And I have said this over and over again. The chamber is like a knife sharpener. You know, if you put it in the closet and you never use it, okay, it's not going to do you any good. If you bring it out and use it to sharpen that knife when you get ready to cut your food and everything, right, you have a tool now that has done a job for you. Okay, and that's how we like to function. And to have members come back and help us to help other members, okay, that just makes us a better tool.
Absolutely.
What we're getting into mentoring of small businesses, the ambassadorship. I'm absolutely welcome you. We're Ken Wright and I are going to be talking about putting that ambassador program back together. And please, you know, if I welcome you with open arms to help us with that, because all it's going to do is make us better. And the better we are, the more better that we're going to be able to help you and make you better.
Well, the ambassadors play a very important role in the chamber. I had the pleasure and the opportunity to be an ambassador, and I know that it helps to make the introductions to potentially new members as they're attending meetings, going out into the community with ribbon cutting ceremonies, representing the chamber, okay, at its finest. So I welcome and look forward to the opportunity of being involved in that.
Well, thank you so much. We, you know, and I probably don't say it enough. I have an incredible staff. Carlos is just, you know, if he can make it happen, it's going to happen.
I'm sure.
We have Mark Texador, who's taking care of our finances and everything. And actually, right now, Mark is running around, not in his office, making sure that lunch is together for a luncheon meeting that we have this afternoon. So these guys are on it. We have some incredible interns that are out of Miami-Dade College this semester. That it's just, first of all, Miami-Dade College and that intern program is just, they hit it out of the ballpark.
I mean, I'm a Miami-Dade product as well. You know,
Yeah,
my brother works there, and they do a great job in educating a lot of people down here.
Yeah, and it's interesting. It is the largest public institution in the country.
Yep.
Not just in the Miami-Dade, and one of our board members is there, Lynn, and we actually have an incredible and very focused and engaged board. And I bring that up now because we just swore them in last Friday, coming into this new year. So there are a lot of exciting things that are going to happen, and you guys are right on the tip of the spear. And I know you're probably used to doing that, so we're going to make that happen for you because you're making it happen for us. And I thank you.
Thank you
so much for that. And I thank you for being here.
We thank you for inviting us. We thank you for your participation in our grand opening. And we look forward to some great things going forward in our partnership.
Outstanding. All right, guys. Well, thank you again. Thank all of you guys for watching. We'll be back again next Tuesday with a new edition. But for now, we have a grand opening that's scheduled for Friday at 1 o'clock. I am going to, there you go. Thank you so much. There's all the information is literally right there. Okay. It's 14301 South Dixie Highway. It's listed as Miami. It's actually up in Palmetto Bay. So come out. The festivities will be there. We're going to have a lot of fun. If you don't see us, it's because it's a glass company and you're looking right through us.
Yes.
I just had to say. All right, guys.
Thank you.
Well,
Thank you
well,
for the support.
You're very welcome. We'll see you.